Let's look at the environment around us. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful island. With it also, it's close to the UK, so it makes sense that we had a camp here a couple of days from our first test, so we could have trained in conditions that we're going to expect during this 3-week test series. Up till now, I think it was a good decision because it's close by, and we could acclimatize easier to the conditions that we can expect.
Daniel?
Thanks, Ina. How's it, guys? Mine might be a little left field and might be a bit weird going second, but I'll ask anyway. It's about the selection policies of replacing injured props with fly halves, and we saw it obviously work really well in the World Cup. But I wonder, as both a coach and a player, if it at all leads to some confusion, a lack of clarity, or is everyone within SA Rugby kind of like clear that anyone could be called up at any time, no matter who gets injured?
Yeah, I think there's obviously good clarity between the head coach and the selectors in terms of the planning and in terms of where we want to go. I think a part of our strategic plans is to build depth and experience building up into the World Cup. And obviously we look at the broader squad in terms of what is needed and where we stand with caps and how are we in line in terms of reaching that specific goal. And I think although we may not invite or a prop, there's a bigger plan towards that. Looking at the squad and what we want to achieve. So yeah, I think everyone is aligned and everyone is clear in terms of what we want to do.
Stephen?
Sorry, would it be okay if I just get a line from Thomas on that? Is it, what's it like as a player? Does it kind of keep you on your toes? Does it make you feel like the call up can come anytime?
Daniel, from a player's perspective, I think we trust the system, we trust the coaches and their decision making process. So we don't really have an opinion on it. We try and welcome the next guy in as much as we can and get everyone up to speed as quickly as possible, because obviously by us trusting the coaches, they trust us to do that with the players that's coming in. So not really an opinion, but just a responsibility from our side.
Stephen?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Z. I've got one for Coach and one for Thomas. Deon, obviously you've been boosted a little bit by fitness in terms of locks, coming back. And do you think that will be a particularly big boost for you going into this tour, particularly with that bomb squad strategy in mind?
Yes,
and then
yes. Sorry.
And then just to Thomas, please. Thomas, I just want to know from you, in terms of the different environment that you guys experienced this past week, how good has that been for you guys to have something that is just completely fresh?
Stephen, yes, I think it's very good to get some experience back into the side. They always are very helpful and within the team environment, and obviously also when you play against quality teams like we're going to play against, it's good to have that experience around. But we also had the opportunity now to give new guys an opportunity, which I believe have really grown in their role in the team. And it's good to see that for us, in terms of the bigger picture, it's good. There's a positive side towards that. That we could have the ability to give them that exposure, which will help us in the future. But yeah, having guys like RG and Franco, those guys back into the squad, obviously is massive for us for the next 3 weeks.
Ronaldo?
Should I?
Well, you can excuse yours.
Being in Jersey is definitely refreshing. I've spent the last 4 weeks in Bath in the UK, so the change hasn't been very dramatic for myself. But yeah, obviously coming from South Africa, most of these guys, they've been used to 25+ degree weather. So getting used to this place, and it's definitely refreshing to come to Jersey. I've never been here myself, and this place is lovely. It's it's a really, really nice place to be, and the people are very nice, and they've really accommodated us so much with the facilities that they've got available here, and I think everyone's just been enjoying it very much.
Ronaldo?
Hey, it's Deon. Hey, Thomas, Ronaldo here. Just a question for you. How excited are you to obviously be back in the mix? And your rugby has been really good at Bath, a couple of games over the last month or two since the Premiership has started. So what's your goals for heading into this November tests?
Ronaldo, from my side, ultimately we are here as individuals and players to serve the greater good, and which is the team. So in whatever capacity, way, shape or form I can do that, that's going to be my goal. If that is playing or supporting role, I'm very happy to do either one. And again, like we said earlier, it's about trusting the coaches and their selection protocol on what they decide is best for that team for that weekend on that specific game. So it's going to be a good couple of weeks for us, and hopefully we can start it off well next week. But yeah, like I said, for myself, personal goals just being able to serve this team and to the best of my ability.
How's it, Deon? I just wanted to ask about the lineups. The one thing that stuck out this season is that is how much variety you guys are using in the lineup. Less mauling, four-man lineouts in the opposition's half. What was the thinking behind that? Were you finding it a bit difficult to sort of keep employing the rolling more? And with the conditions, the way they're going to be in the UK, would you be tempted to go back to sort of like the more traditional way of mauling?
Hi Zim, it's a good question. I think our reasoning behind that lends it to the fact that we know traditionally and teams know that mauling and scrumming is one of our core strengths within the team, and it's something that it's part of our DNA and something that we want to be good at, and it will never disappear or being used less, I think, in a Springbok environment. But obviously over the years we've been facing different challenges, the way teams evolve in terms of their maul defense. We just found it necessary in order to assist us to be better in what we do, that we also need to look at different ways to outsmart the opposition, which can assist us to use the maul effectively when we choose to do that. I just think that is part of the bigger plan. But we work very hard on our mauling. It will play I think a very big part in the next 3 weeks as part of our plans going forward. But yes, we also try to evolve as a team, the way the game evolved, try to adapt to certain strategies and the way we want to do things. In order for us, I just think it's good to have variety within our team in terms of how we do stuff, because I think that just put us in a different space and create different challenges for the opposition.
Kaniso?
Thank you very much. Deon and Thomas, good afternoon. Deon, are there any lingering injury concerns over and above the players who have not joined the camp?
Kanisha, at this stage, no. Everyone is fit and ready to go and work very hard. So we have a full squad that prepared the past couple of days for the test matches.
Okay, let's go to Afrikaans. Percy?
Ek sê vir jou baie dankie. Goeiemiddag meneer. Johnny, ek het 'n vraag vir jou. Dis 'n twee lede gevra. Jy kan eers in Afrikaans praat. Wat is die rede gewees hoekom julle as Springbok Camp besluit het op Jersey die eiland om daar voor te berei? En net twee lede gevra. Ek vra nie 'n persoonlike vraag nie. Is julle leer C-kondisie in 'n geestelike regte plek vir die uitdagings vir die volgende 3 toetse wat wag op julle om die nasionale span te lei?
Goeiemiddag Percy. Op die eerste vraag, ek dink dat was 'n uitstekende besluit om Jersey toe te kom. Dit is iets verfrissend vir ons, iets nuuts. Dit is 'n eiland waar niemand van ons voorheen was nie. So ons geniet die omgewing, ons geniet die mense, ons geniet die fasiliteite. En natuurlik is dit baie naby aan die aan die UK, die Verenigde Koninkryk waar ons gaan speel. So dit maak net sin om hier voor te berei. Natuurlik is van ons spelers gewoond aan die omstandighede, maar daar omdat hulle speel in die URC en hulle speel ook in kompetisies hier, maar daar is ook van ons wat nou uit 'n warm omgewing, somersomgewing uitkom en ja, dit gee ons kans om te akklimatiseer en ook om naby ons bestemming te wees waar ons eerste toets gaan speel, wat natuurlik 'n bietjie reis en ons rusperiodes vergemaklik. So ja, ons sien, ek dink dit was 'n goeie besluit. In terme van SIA, ek bedoel ons respekteer as 'n span mekaar en ons ondersteun mekaar. SIA vir ons is die kaptein van die span, hy oefen voluit, hy doen goed, so al die spelers is beskikbaar net soos hy en ek dink as hy die geleentheid sou kry, sal hy absoluut reg wees om te speel.
Steven?
Thanks, Thomas, net by jou woord is, jy weet, Rassie is in 'n posisie om, jy weet, hy kan is dit met 'n speler in 'n ander posisie vervang, deels dankse jy weet, 'n ou soos jy wat veelsidig is. Hoe gemaklik is jy om daai swinger rol te vervul op toetsvlak? Is moeilik, jy weet, want loskop, vaskop, hoe gemaklik is jy met daai uitdaging as dit hom voordoen dat jy sal moet aanpas?
Hi Steven, ja, ek is met alle eerlikheid, ek is redelik gemaklik met dit. In die laaste seisoen in die Premiership vir Bath het ek seker so rondom 5 keer 'n geleentheid gehad om loskop te speel en 'n paar van die wedstryde het ek in die wedstryd self oorgeskuif van vaskop na loskop toe. So ek is redelik gemaklik daarmee, gebaseer op die rede dat ek nou al 'n paar keer gedoen het. As 'n beginrol op loskop of op die bank as loskop en dan natuurlik in die wedstryd self oorskuif na loskop toe. So ja, ek is definitief redelik gemaklik daarmee. Dit is natuurlik nie 'n maklike ding om te doen nie, maar met genoeg voorbereiding is dit definitief moontlik.
Ashfaq?
Deon, hoe was dit om vir hierdie week RK en Franco terug te hê in terme van die slotte, want julle baie beserings gehad en ons weet ook die Skotse span, hulle baie goed in die lyn staan is, veral in die URC sien hulle contesting is uitstekend daar en hulle stel baie balle van die ander spanne.
Ja, Swak is uit 'n lynstaan oogpunt uit is dit vir ons enorm om hulle terug te hê. Ons weet hulle is kwaliteitspelers, ervare spelers, hulle bring baie na die spanomgewing. Ja, ons het ook 'n geleentheid gehad hoe hulle nie in die span was nie om aan jong manne soos Roan 'n kans te gee, of ook weer die veelsidigheid van Pieter Steff het na vore gekom as slot en flank. So vir ons in terme van die breë prentjie vorentoe is dit goed om sulke diepte te bou met die oog op die volgende Wêreldbeker. Maar dit is fantasties om hulle terug te hê. Hulle is baie ondersteunend in die span en daar is natuurlik leiers ook in die span en ek dink ons gaan hulle nodig het vir hierdie volgende 3 weke teen die kwaliteit opposisie.
Percy?
Net kortliks, ek weet julle gaan eers vertrek Sondag na Edinburgh toe. Kan jy dalk 'n idee gee wat verwag julle van hierdie Skotse span? Is dit net 'n gemaklike 5 punte vir julle om te gaan kolekteer daarso of gaan dit 'n uitdaging vir julle wees volgende naweek?
Percy, ek dink nie daar's 'n maklike toets nie. Ek dink ons gaan speel teen 'n baie goeie Skotse span. As jy terugdink in terme van die Wêreldbeker, dit was 'n baie tawwe wedstryd. Dit was iets wat ons moes ons pad oopveg tot aan die vir lang periodes in daardie wedstryd as jy reflekteer op die telling. So ja, dit is 'n span wat ek dink 'n goeie verstandhouding het met die spelers in daardie spesifieke span. Baie van hulle natuurlik ook speel ook vir Glasgow wat ook suksesvol was in die URC verlede jaar. Hulle het goed gedoen in die 6 nasie reeks en hulle is 'n goed afgerigte span, uitstekende spelers en van Russell, Deon van der Merwe en so meer. So nee, ek dink dit gaan 'n tawwe wedstryd wees. En met die manier van hoe hulle speel, die wyte van die veld te gebruik, die tempo waarteen hulle speel, met hulle vaardighede, gaan hulle vir ons groot uitdagings bied in hierdie wedstryd.
Guys, we're going to take the last question, Stephen, and then we're going to switch over.
thanks Steve. Thomas, net by jou, julle het in die verlede, jy weet, redelike oorheersing gekry oor Skotland in die scrums. Is dit iets wat julle ouens, jy weet, baie nog 'n baie groot klem sal plaas, dink jy op hierdie toer?
Ja, Steven, 100%. Met die scrums is natuurlik vir elke stad is 'n baie persoonlike ding en is iets wat ons baie naby aan die hart hou. So ons werk verskriklik hard daaraan. Die oefeninge deur die week, veral hierdie week was baie goed geweest en ons sit mekaar onder soveel as moontlik druk sodat ons op ons beste kan perform op 'n Saterdag. So ja, 100%, ons lê definitief 'n groot klem daarop en ja, ek dink ons trotseer onsself daarop en ja, hopelik kan ons die eindresultaat kry, maar ons werk definitief baie hard daaraan.